22 minutes before 8. I've made this. I've broken a promise to myself already. I've got my mobile phone with me in the studio, despite the presence of the magician impossible, who goes by the name of Dynamo, a young British lad. Well, he certainly looks young. Who is one of, some people may have seen him. He has a television show in the UK, which is featured here, I think, on one of Channel 7's digital channels. He's the most extraordinary magician I have ever seen. You've seen a bit of his work too, Burnside.
Yes, I have, and I half expected him to walk through the door without opening it.
That's right. Good morning, Dynamo.
Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, good.
Now, welcome to Australia, if we may say so.
Hey, listen, there's all sorts of stuff that we have seen you do. I'd say what do people mention the most before I mention the one that I found the most extraordinary?
A lot of people do ask me to do crazy things with their mobile phones.
Yeah.
Which I try to refrain from damaging anyone's phones. That's not a good idea. Walking across the River Thames was one of the biggest things I've ever done. And more recently, you might have seen me taking public transport in my own special way.
Yes, because by standing outside the bus and just resting your arm on the top. Those are very impressive, but I figure that there might be ways to make that happen. I think the most extraordinary thing I ever saw you do was you got a girl to take off her watch.
Oh, yeah.
And the non-tan ring on your wrist, where the sun hasn't been able to get to your skin because of the presence of the watch band. You moved it up her arm.
Yeah, that was one of my favourites, actually. That was in Miami. I love filming in Miami.
Right. So, I mean, this is probably the question you do not ask someone such as yourself, but how'd you do that?
Just got grip really tight.
Yeah, I knew it'd be that. I knew it'd be the tightness of the grip.
Yeah. You've performed for the first time in Australia yesterday in Sydney, and you're performing today at QB at lunchtime.
Yeah.
Is there a home ground advantage in the sense that you play better on your home turf than you do out here, or is it all the same?
I actually find that now, being out here, I like it out here better, to be honest. Like, in England, because my show is so popular, now the element of surprise has disappeared. So people expect me to do magic, and they have requests of what they want me to do. Whereas here, it's like there's no preconception. They've seen the TV show, but never seen it live, and it's an opportunity for them to witness me perform live. And you can come out at lunch break today, come down to, is it QV?
QV Centre, yeah.
We are expecting it. You got a little something for us this morning?
Yeah.
Dynamo?
I'll just give a little morning stretch out. You can see my fingers, right?
Yeah. Oh, fair dinkum. Yeah, he's just bent his little finger at right angles.
And then you do my hands as well. You can take my hand and look, if I go all the way
around, he's turned his arm 300 and his hand lying flat on the desk in 360 degrees. Burnzo, do you quite? And now a pack of cards has come.
I've got some cards right here.
Yeah.
I want both of you together to create one playing card.
Right, okay.
So if you were to choose a suit and just name it out loud.
Ace of Spades.
No, it's a suit.
Oh, Spades.
Spades, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if you choose what card that is, so it could be the Ace of Spades, or it could be the 6, or the 5, or the King.
A Jack.
The Jack. So the Jack of Spades, do you agree that's been made at random?
Yes, most certainly.
Because I actually have a prediction in this deck. You can see it's still inside the box.
Yeah.
I'm going to move it slowly.
Yes, he's pulling the cards out. And
right there is one card I turned over.
Yes, as all cards are one way up except for one card.
And it's the Jack of Spades.
It's the Jack of Spades. Yeah, well, we've got to say that's rather impressive, is it not? All the cards, it has been filmed, it will be verified. It's being filmed by 2 representatives of 3AW who just saw him pull a pack of cards out where all the cards were facing one way except one card, which wasn't, which was the Jack of Spades, which you and I just randomly created. How you standing up to do more, or are you standing up to put... Yeah, righto.
You see this? It's a 20 cent, is that right?
20 cent piece?
Watch.
Yeah. He just made it fly up from the bottom hand to his top hand, defying the laws of gravity. And now it's disappeared. What I need to know about you is...
I love your explanations, by the way. It's awesome.
Well, see, it's
we need you to do the voiceover on my TV show.
Well, I'm just... I'm available. Hey, what I don't understand is, and I may not understand enough of your career, why are you not in Las Vegas making $1 million a week? Surely you are just a ready-made Vegas act. Because I went to Vegas last June, and I got to say, I didn't find any of the acts particularly impressive. But you would kill it.
There's some amazing ones out there. Though. I saw David Copperfield. He's still got it. I think
the great magic trick was getting Claudia Schiffer.
Definitely. Yeah, even I can't work that one out. But yeah, there's been a lot of.
Who do you rate? Who's the best in the world?
Copperfield's definitely up there. He, in his heyday, he was untouchable, and the guy, he owns an island because of magic.
Right.
When I own an island, that'll be, But
are you Vegas bound? Are you going to head for Vegas?
I think when I'm older. Right now, I like the fact that I get the luxury of travelling the world and getting to meet different people, and you've got to kind of do it whilst you're young, I think. So I think, give it, 5 years' time, maybe I might think of taking a Vegas, residency.
But being a magician yourself, are you able to work out how Copperfield does his tricks?
Interesting.
Some of them baffle me completely. I watch like you guys and I'm just as amazed. But I kind of like that. When I watch magic, I want to be impressed. I always have my theories. And probably have a slight advantage over working stuff out more than the average person, but I still, I'm not them, so I don't necessarily know how they've done it.
One of the things I saw from your television show or YouTube, I can't remember which. Am I accurately describing it? There was a girlfriend and boyfriend in a bar. You asked, say, for the girl's phone.
Oh, yeah.
You then made it disappear, and then you suggested to the boyfriend that he ring her number. And it started ringing, and you turned around, and the mobile phone was inside an empty beer
inside
bottle.
The bottle. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in terms of impressive, making a mobile phone disappear, asking the boyfriend to ring his girlfriend's number, and then discovering that the phone was inside an empty beer bottle on the bar. And, give yourself a mark out of 10 for that one. Is that one that people remember?
It definitely gets talked about a lot. Everywhere I go over now, people just hide their phones from me.
I actually made a mental note not to bring my phone in this morning.
And I was going to leave my wallet in the office, but unfortunately I forgot.
Yeah, I've got it.
You're going to be appearing at QV today from 12 till 2, because I&G Direct is sponsoring your trip this time, aren't you?
Yes.
Right, and it's about getting people to enjoy more of their lunch hour. People can see you today?
Yeah, but come down, it's free. Come see me, come meet me, and watch some magic, and spend your lunch break with me.
And that's between 12 and 2 today. A listener wants to know, is there any chance of you lifting the railway gates at Clayton Road? They've been stuck down this morning for ages.
If I get a chance to pass by, I'll have a go. I can't promise anything, though.
Tell me, there was one where you stopped two people walking down the street in pairs, and you asked them on the count of 3 to name a country. And you went 1, 2, 3, and they both went France. And then you asked another couple, 1, 2, 3, and they both said Spain. Were we just seeing your successful strikes then, and had the unsuccessful ones been edited out?
No, that was literally, we filmed that, and it was as it happened. We had a few random things, but people both thinking of the same thing that were quite a bit rude that we couldn't really talk about on TV.
Right.
We had to cut them bits out. But yeah, we had a lot of fun that day.
How old were you when you started doing this?
I was 11 years old, but I got into it when I was 7.
Sorry, you look 11.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah. I got into it when I was 7, but it was just watching my grandpa do magic. But then when I was 11, he shared the first bits of magic with me because I was getting picked on at school. 2 guys were putting me inside a trash can and pushing me down the hill, and he showed me a way to take away their strength, so they couldn't pick me up anymore and couldn't put me in the bin. And it literally did get me out of a lot of trouble at school growing up. It stopped people bullying me.
Just another strategy, folks, for anyone listening. Another strategy to deal with bullying. It's been magnificent to meet you, Dynamo, and I urge people who want to see you're the greatest magician I've ever seen. Get down to QV today, lunchtime. You're there for 12 to 2, and you'll be showing a bit of what you do.
Yes, yeah, I'll be hanging out. So come meet me. And
your description of Australia as being?
I think it's amazing. It's the best parts of the UK, the best parts of America, and the cool, laid-back essence of Australia, all rolled into one.
Please don't make that disappear.
Definitely not.
Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.